What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. One of my favorite and the most truest lines Donald Trump has ever said at a campaign rally.
Oh, we like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling.
We do a little
trolling.
It's called We Do a Little Trolling. So is that what Donald Trump is doing right now with the House Speaker race? Donald Trump posting this image of him with the gavel on social media? Is this called We Do a Little Trolling? Is Donald Trump just trolling? Because Donald Trump is straight up saying, and this is, by the way, posted by Trump's official campaign account on X, Donald Trump saying, hey, I'll do whatever it takes to get the Republican Party to come together and to fight the radical left. Donald Trump was asked point blank, will you run for Speaker of the House? Well, now we have a breaking article here. Trump considering trip to Congress before Speaker's election. Oh my God. Is this happening? The former president is open to pitching himself as a Speaker candidate, according to Republican familiar with internal discussions. Consider the source. This is Politico. These people are hacks, and they'll do anything for click. But let's listen. Former President Donald Trump is considering a visit to the Capitol next week where he's open to pitching himself as a Speaker candidate, according to Republican familiar with internal discussions. If it happens, Trump would come to seek the House GOP sometime before lawmakers' internal Speaker election, which is set to happen on Wednesday, that person said. A final decision hasn't been made yet. The full GOP will meet on Tuesday for an internal candidate forum. It is not clear if Trump, a frontrunner for the 2024 presidential primary by a lot, would actually run for Speaker. Winning would require near unanimity from the House GOP, a difficult hurdle for the controversial former president. One of the close Hill aides, House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan, is already in the race. Jordan told NBC that he discussed the speakership with Trump this week. It remains a long-shot idea. The House has never elected a speaker who wasn't a member of Congress, though it is not technically a constitutional requirement. Trump could come and also run into problems with the GOP's own conference rules that states members of the GOP might be required to step aside if indicted. Still, the former president has openly flirted with the idea of becoming GOP speaker since Kevin McCarthy's fall. Oh my heavens. Donald Trump straight up saying, hey, listen, maybe I'll do it.
Green called for you to be speaker yesterday. Did you accept?
Yeah, I think she's a wonderful woman. A lot of other people are talking to them too. I'll do whatever it is to help, but my total focus is being president and, quite honestly, making America great again.
Yeah, I'll do whatever it takes to help. Donald Trump saying, I'll do whatever it takes to save the Republican Party. Some of the reactions to this new Politico report, Trump discussing whether to head to Capitol Hill. He wants to end McCarthy-Gates feud and focus on fighting Biden. Now, Donald Trump is in a great position to do this. Donald Trump is very close friends with Gates and very close friends with McCarthy. Donald Trump to consider a visit to Capitol Hill ahead of Speaker's vote. Jack Posobiec. It is happening. President Trump will visit D.C. next week to pitch himself to be Speaker of the House, says D.C. Drano. Voters have wanted to see this for a long time and may become reality next week. Donald Trump is considering traveling to Congress, potential bid to pitch himself for Speaker. Imagine the meltdown that will ensue. Yeah, it will not be great. As Elon Musk says, the most entertaining outcome is the most likely, in response to producer ALX tweeting. Do it, says Revolver News. Do it. The saddest thing about this will be that Donald Trump will not be able to evict Nancy Pelosi. Donald Trump, real estate icon, probably really great at evictions. Donald Trump will not be able to evict Nancy Pelosi. Very sad. She's already been evicted. Nancy Pelosi kicked out of her special little fundraiser hideaway office. Greg Stube is saying Donald Trump for Speaker. This is a member of Congress from Florida. Troy Nehls is also saying that he has the support of at least 4 Republicans for Donald Trump for Speaker. Well, you would need all of those Republicans to elect a Speaker because your margins are so thin. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Jordan, who is running for Speaker, who I like a lot, had this to say about Donald Trump as Speaker.
But if they need help with this process, I would do it. And then we'll show you the picture that he posted with the gavel. What's your reaction?
I think President Trump wants to be president of the United States. That's what I want. I think he's the best president we've had, certainly in my lifetime. Did more what he said he would do than any president I can remember. I want him to be president of the United States. I think that's what he wants to do. And I think that's what's going to happen because the country is so fed up with the policies of Joe Biden. I think President Trump is going to be our nominee. He's winning by, 40, 50 points. And I think he's going to be our next president. He's beaten Joe Biden, and I think even an ABC poll like a week ago by 10, 11 points. So the country knows his policies worked. I think he wants to be president. I want him to be president.
So Jim Jordan is effectively saying, whoa, hold on. I think that Donald Trump is going to continue to run for president. But this interview was before the breaking news here that Donald Trump will be heading to D.C. Now, maybe Donald Trump will go to D.C. simply to calm both sides down, right? Because I think what most people don't want is a prolonged, extracted, bloody speakership race. I certainly don't want that. One of the major cheerleaders for this idea of Donald Trump becoming the next Speaker of the House is Troy Nehls, who is a Texas congressman, cigar-chomping Texas congressman, total badass. He was on my show this morning talking about, here's what's going to happen when I nominate Donald Trump for Speaker, declaring that he will nominate Donald Trump for Speaker. Go. So you are effectively nominating Donald Trump for Speaker of the House. Talk me through it.
Damn straight I am, and it's going to happen on Tuesday when I get back up there. Listen, I was shocked, quite honestly, that Kevin McCarthy, that he quit. He did. He 6:45 Tuesday evening, we had a conference meeting up there, and Kevin McCarthy said he's not seeking the office. And tell you, the air left the room. I immediately thought, well, I know what we do. We nominate the greatest leader in my lifetime, Donald J. Trump. And it's starting to build some momentum. I'm getting some other members that saying they love the idea of Donald J. Trump. I've had conversations with the president over the last 48 hours. Not going to get into that. But I will say that if we can't find a way to build consensus, a consensus candidate within our conference, Donald Trump is the answer for the interim.
So Congressman, you and I, we've been doing this show for a while. You've always been a fantastic guest. Please do us the favor. Do this audience a favor. This audience loves you so much. You gotta let us in on some of your phone call conversation with Trump. You got to tell us something. Give us something. What does Trump say about this?
Well, listen, you've seen him. The media have asked him while they're coming up there and trying to destroy him up there in New York with this bull malarkey civil trial. People have asked him about, would he take the job? Donald Trump has made it very, very clear. He loves this country. He's put himself out there. He became the president of the United States. He's now putting himself in harm's way with all the criticism. 4 indictments in 5 months, 90 felonies. He loves this country. He's putting himself out in front of America to say, let me help make America great again. I'm thinking, let's help Donald Trump make Congress great again.
Would you actually get support of like the moderate Republicans, like squishy Republicans who, don't like Trump?
I tell you, a lot of people have asked that, and I will tell you, Benny. So I think it's going to be between Steve Scalise and Jim Jordan. They seem to be the two that are out there that a lot of people are talking about that make it. But I don't know if either one of them can get to the number. I mean, we're going to have to talk about this motion to vacate. There are the soft ones up there that are saying this should never happen again. You cannot let one member and 7 others come together and kick the Speaker of the House out of his position. That was the motion to vacate the chair, and Matt Gaetz effectively used it. Kevin McCarthy in January said, just one, that's all you need. You can do it, and it cost him his job. So there are others that are going to want to change some of the House rules to make sure that can't ever happen again. And I think there's going to be some division as to whether we should change that rule or not.